This is the IM5, a Chinese electric sedan built to deliver real driving dynamics, and unlike most of the cars we review on this channel, it's actually heading overseas. Welcome to Wheels Boy, where we cover the newest, coolest, and wildest vehicles from the Chinese car market. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. IM, an electric vehicle brand under SAIC Motor, is positioned as a more driver-focused line that puts as much emphasis on chassis systems, steering, and performance as it does on software and driver assistance. It's now expanding beyond China into markets such as the UK, wider Europe, and Australia. The IM5 is one of those cars that looks like it was shaped by the wind itself, with these long flowing body lines. Even the headlight design, which starts down here low and extends into the front quarter panel, looks like it was shaped by an aerodynamic principle. And the drag coefficient is indeed quite low at just 0.226. But smooth doesn't mean boring, because those flowing lines start from the front and then they start to widen once they reach the rear to create these big, strong haunches. That then rises up here at the end to create something akin to a ducktail spoiler. One point of clarification now that we've reached the rear of the car. While this is sold as the IM5 in foreign markets, here in China, where we're filming this video, it's actually sold as the IM6, and there are some small differences in spec between this car and the one in foreign markets. Things like this rear display, which isn't available in foreign markets due to regulatory reasons. Still, regardless of where you buy the car, you all get the same beautiful rear profile with just a hint of luxury sports car flair. This swooping roofline obviously helps with aerodynamics, but the IM5 isn't just imitating the shape of a liftback to get a lower drag coefficient. It actually is a liftback. With this larger rear opening, you have more flexible cargo space, which measures up to 457 liters with the second row seats up, and 1,300 liters when you lay them all down. The smooth organic shapes of the exterior are echoed here on the inside. I've always felt like IM's interior design is kind of like one of those $40,000 Italian couches that you see on celebrity house tours. But unlike those couches, these seats are some of the most comfortable, most supportive, and softest that I have ever experienced in a car. They also have available heating, cooling, and massaging. I loved them on the IM6 SUV when I drove it for 3-4 hours at a time, and I love them here on the IM5. The interior also feels quite airy thanks to this overhead glass. The problem with glass roofs, however, is that they can make the interior of the car very hot. In the IM5, though, they've solved that by putting in this smart glass, which can transition from clear to completely opaque to anywhere in between in just 0.1 seconds. Screens are divided into upper and lower. Upper screens are simply for displaying information, such as the driver information here in front of the driver, or media over there. The lower one is where you actually interact with the car and its UI. That is a touchscreen. This system is also capable of CarPlay, which I know is very important for a lot of drivers outside of China. The sound system in the IM5 has 7.1.4 surround sound thanks to quite a few speakers spread about the interior, including on the doors and overhead. The IM5 lands in what my European friends would call the executive sedan segment, as evidenced by a wheelbase of 2.95 meters and the legroom that comes along with that. Headroom, also pretty decent. The IM5 is available with a big, beefy 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack. And since it's actually being sold abroad, I can finally tell you about the range in a standard you might actually have some context for, instead of the local Chinese CLTC standard. In this case, it's a WLTP standard of 441 miles or 710 kilometers. The 800-volt charging architecture can take this thing from 10 to 80% charge in as little as 17 minutes. In the age of EVs, massive power is almost a given, and the IM5 definitely delivers, with up to 553 kilowatts on tap and a 0 to 100 kilometer per hour time as low as 3.2 seconds. But if everybody has a ton of power, you've got to find some other way to separate yourself from the pack. And in the case of IM, it seems like they've chosen chassis tuning and driving dynamics. That's easy to dismiss as marketing talk, and I was sorely tempted to do so, but then I drove multiple IM cars over the past few years, and I've started to take it a lot more seriously. I was very impressed by the chassis tuning of their first model, the L7 sedan, and then again by the LS6 SUV, known as the IM6 abroad. That thing was just plain comfortable. Apparently a big part of how they do it is IM's digital chassis. Instead of having traditional mechanical systems which operate independently and react independently from each other, they've got this electronic architecture with like 3,000 semiconductors, which links the braking, suspension, steering, and sensors into one unified control system. It monitors factors like wheel speed, tire load, and road surface, adjusting the car's behavior in real time, allegedly before the driver even notices that there's been a change. Fun fact, here in China that system is referred to as the 灵犀数字底盘, which translates to the quick lizard digital chassis. I understand why they didn't use that name abroad because it sounds a little bit silly, but I also absolutely love it because it makes me think of like a little lizard in a tracksuit, just like dipping and diving and dodging very agilely, and then casually and coolly licking his eyeball. Whatever they choose to call it, it's working. The IM5 is an enjoyable car to drive. It's got a responsive front end, even if I don't really like using this half-yoke steering wheel, and the air suspension strikes a nice balance between comfort and sportiness. Despite its large size, it's also quite agile. Thanks to 12 degrees of four-wheel steering, this 5-meter-long sedan has a turning radius that's closer to that of a small hatchback. And if that's not maneuverable enough, you can always just crab walk your way out of tight quarters. The IM5 also comes equipped with a full suite of advanced driver assistance features, supported by hardware like ultrasonic sensors, millimeter wave radar, and a multitude of cameras, all powered by the NVIDIA Orin platform. As I've said in previous videos, I love when Chinese brands put real emphasis on driving dynamics, and that's exactly what IM seems to have done with the IM5. The digital chassis and four-wheel steering are things you normally only see on more expensive cars, but here they're making it available at a more accessible price point. The product and the message seems tailor-made for people who value both high-tech interiors and sharp handling, which is me. Oh, no wonder that message struck a chord. All right, that is going to do it for today's review. Thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to check us out in our next video. Also be sure to check us out on all of our social media, links in the description below, and as always, like, subscribe, and hit the bell.